Trump has the beginnings, they've always been there, but he has the beginnings of an active brown shirt organization that is not yet terrorizing Jews or other minorities in this country. They are terrorizing undocumented immigrants who are crossing our border, our southern border. The leader of one of those groups was arrested over the weekend. He first came to the FBI's attention back in October of 2017. That's according to a court document unsealed today regarding this piece of human shit. After the FBI learned that he, quote, allegedly made the statement that his militia, the United Constitutional Patriots, oh, fuck you. I mean, you know, the way they steal, they're just like the communists, just like the Soviet totalitarians, stealing terms that have some meaning. The word patriot has been so fucked by these people over the past 30 years. But anyway, this son of a bitch was training his United Constitutional Patriots to assassinate George Soros, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama. And according to this court document unsealed today, they were going to assassinate these people because Obama, Soros, and Clinton supported Antifa, the anti-fascist fuckheads, the anti-fascist people working against the fuckheads in this country. So Trump now hasn't said a word, has he? Not a goddamn word. That's because Trump encourages this, he supports it, he loves it. Trump is his whole administration, they're all going crazy. What about this fucking Sarah Sanders? Woo! I'll get to that a little bit later too. Anyway, the filing that was unsealed in court today when this pig fucker was brought into court makes it clear that the leader, Larry Mitchell Hopkins, was on the radar of law enforcement long before the ACLU of New Mexico last week flagged videos of armed members of his gang arresting migrants and falsely identifying themselves as federal agents. We're here. After the ACLU called on New Mexico's governor and attorney general to investigate this gang's activities, Hopkins, the ugly fucker who heads this organization, was arrested for possessing a firearm as a felon, which is another felony. In a court filing today, FBI Special Agent David Gabriel said FBI agents, quote, immediately observed approximately 10 firearms upon entering what Hopkins told them was his office. Inside the asshole's home in northern New Mexico in November 2017. And as the filing stated, Hopkins told the officers the guns belonged to his common-law wife. This little fucker didn't even have the courage to say, yeah, they're mine. This cowardly piece of shit. Oh, they're not mine. They belong to the old lady. Hopkins has prior convictions for felony possession of a firearm and felony impersonation of a peace officer. Here they are. Hopkins has a lawyer. He's a dip fuck named Kelly O'Connell, a former conservative radio host, of course. Kelly O'Connell questioned why his client was being arrested for the 2017 incident Over a year later, in an interview with the New York Times, O'Connell said, "Why now?" suggesting that the FBI was only acting in response to pressure from the Democrats. Yeah, you dumb fuck, probably from Hillary Clinton and George Soros and Barack Obama. The dip fuck attorney, O'Connell, also denied that the United Constitutional Patriots trained to carry out assassinations. He told the New York Times, quote, "My client told me that's not true." Your client? Your client. This pig fucker? Oh my God. The attorney said Mr. Hopkins planned to plead not guilty, of course. So Trump has, and it's been laying out there in the slime and the shit, these militia types, for several years now, playing their little head fuck games and running around in their camo outfits. And now they have a dear leader, a real leader, a real American, Donald Trump. So now it's time for these swine to come out from their hiding places and to pick on the first group that is unable to defend itself. And those are women and children, migrants. I saw some video. These fuckers, these militia fuckers, are dressed up like they're about to go into combat against ISIS. Now, they would never do that because they are essentially cowardly pieces of human waste. But they dress up, oh my fucking word, there's guns coming out their asses. I mean, oh, military this and great big, and they all have fucking arms as big as my thighs. You know, they lift weights all day while they look at pictures of naked men, I guess. I mean, it's just fucking unbelievable. So they go pick on women and children. And what does Trump do? He wallows in it. Those are his boys. I mean, he said that. Well, I got the cops and the military and the bikers for Trump. He wouldn't dare say, because Trump is a fucking coward too. But Trump wouldn't dare say, and the militia types. I have my Roy Cohn now in the persona of this rotund little fucker. Attorney General of mine. I've got my Roy Cohn. Now I've got my brown shirts. He wouldn't dare say that. Except to his fucked up sons. Hey, what about that, boys? Joe Walsh put a tweet out yesterday. He wrote, "Donald Trump has never ever gotten angry at Russia for interfering with our election. He gets angry all the time at the Americans who investigated the interference. But he's never ever gotten angry at the Russians. Pretty telling, huh?" You know, I've been saying this for 2 years, and I know if you're a regular listener, you're probably getting tired of hearing it, but I just wonder how much more this dying republic can sustain of this guy in office. A lot of talk now about, well, should we impeach? Do we impeach? Fucking A, you should impeach. Fuck the Senate. There's only been two impeachments that went to the Senate for trial and both failed. Fuck the Senate. Fuck Mitch McConnell and his gang of night riders. Fuck them. The Democrats should go on the record. What's wrong with this microphone now, Kathy? The Democrats should go on the record. You know, cut the shit. We have a president of the United States who is a slimeball lawbreaker. Fucking impeach him. If he's not convicted, so what? All this talk. Ooh, do we? Should we? Shouldn't we? And now the Democratic Party is divided. Some of them want to, the younger ones. The older ones, well, no, I have to admit I was on the fence a little bit about this too, but not anymore. Trump is a goddamn gangster, and everybody who works for him is a gangster. Look what this fat fuck Mike Pompeo did today when more sanctions have been put out. Now he's threatening countries that do business with Iran. If you do business with Iran, we'll put sanctions on. What the fuck is going on? You know what's going on. This is how democracy dies. This is how totalitarianism arises. And what are we doing about it? What are you and me doing about it? What is the Democratic Party leadership doing about it? Spinning their fucking wheels? I mean, all this horse shit that's flying around right now about, ooh, I'm going to run for president. Ooh, I'm going to run for president. Yeah, I'm going to run for president too. Ooh, I'm going to run for president. Ooh, I'm going to run for president. Fuck you people. Nobody gives a shit about all these candidates now, all these mayors and senators and representatives and whoever the fuck they are. Oh, I'm declaring today to be president of the United States. Fuck you. You've got a crisis. You have a crisis staring you in the face that requires the removal of this son of a bitch from office. Now the senators, the Republicans, will never fucking remove him. But remember, all they need in the Senate, all the Democrats and 10 fucking Republicans. Do you think there are 10 honorable Republicans? I know. Probably not. And I keep hearing that the majority of the American people are saying, well, no, I don't know about impeachment. The fuck is wrong with people who say that? So yeah, impeachment hearings should begin tomorrow. They should have begun as soon as the new Democratic Congress was sworn in. Do you think the Democratic Party leadership is going to allow that, or push it, or lead it? Or do you think the Democratic Party is going to do what the Democratic Party has done so many times? Just fucking slide into chaos. I'm going to be president. No, I'm going to be, well, I'm running. No, I am. I'm going to be president. Oh, we're going to have debates. We're not going to let Fox News handle debate. No, we're going to, I'm going to be president. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.